Hey YouTube, it's me Sean. I haven't made a video in a while, but I try to keep posting videos of MJ. But so yeah, so this is a little update. You have to excuse me looking rough. I'm still like, I worked 2 night shifts, Saturday and Sunday. I worked this past weekend, and I'm like really want to be sleeping right now because I stayed up late last night. So but yeah, so I have to be up because of Mr. K, which he's right here. Excuse the living room. Say hello, bub.
Hi, neighbor. Just wait
Bub.
to see what my dad's doing.
Say hi. Hello.
My dad's building a
Say hello.
Dad,
Okay.
my playhouse.
Anyways, so yeah, so I was just doing a video to update. As of now, me and MJ, he's 17 months right now, and he's in daycare, and he goes like 3 times a week, and he's transitioning into the toddler room. So he's having he does good in the toddler room. He doesn't do as well in the infant room, but he does great in toddler room. Like, he loves to play with kids that are his size and, like, you know, bigger. For some reason, he's a lot nicer. And then, like, he also with the little kids, he's the biggest, tallest one in his class, but with the little kids, he's just more, he pushes more, I guess you could say. He pushed a lot, and he doesn't play as nice as he could. So so he's transitioning to the toddler. He'll be 18 months next month. As far as clothes, this kid is growing. Like, he wears 18 to 24 months. He does 18 months. Those clothes do not fit as well. They are like a little short in the arms, short in the legs, for him. So he's not. And so yeah. So now I buy 18 and 24. 2T is a little wide in the waist and a little long, but I'd rather buy 2T or 18 and 24. And let's see. And he's picky. He's a picky eater. Like, he'll spit things out. He'll spit food out that he don't like, and you know, he won't eat. If he doesn't like it, he won't eat it. He'll taste it, and then he won't open his mouth for anything. So we'll try to give him things that he like. You know, at least that way, if I give him things he like, I know he'll eat. And if you know, when he doesn't eat that one time, then I know, like, okay, you know, he doesn't like that, and I'll try to get it another time. But so far, he's pretty consistent in what he don't like. I've tried bananas like a lot, and I don't like bananas, but I have a reason. He just don't like them at all. I think it's the texture. But yeah, and he's sleeping in his own bed now. Well, he's sleeping in his own bed, but like, when it's just him and his dad here when I work, like, yeah, he sleeps in bed with his dad. His dad doesn't put him in his crib, and he has a couple nights that he's not in his bed. But for the most part, how I did it, because when we moved, I was determined to get him sleeping in his bed, because, you know, he's getting older, and MJ sleeps like so wild at night. It's so crazy, because during the you know, when he takes a nap and I lay him in my bed, he lays in one position. He does not move at all. Doesn't move. So I'm like, but at night when I put him in the bed and we all go to sleep, he's like diagonal. His head is facing our feet, and then he comes back up, and then he's crossways in between us like an H. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he's all over the place. And the only person that it affects really is me, because he likes to sleep under me. So then he pushes me to the edge of the bed, and I'm sleeping on the edge of the bed, and I was having back pain. And no matter how many times I scooted him over, I wasn't sleeping that well. So I put him in his bed. He can do all that crazy stuff, and yeah, I slept better. So how I did it was, I didn't do the cried out method, and I didn't like reassure him. Like, there's another method where you let him cry for so long, and then you go in there and reassure him, but you don't pick him up, and you don't, like, you keep it going, like, keep them in their bed. But what I did was, I put him in his bed, and the first night he slept maybe 2-3 hours, think it was 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And when he woke up, I brought him into bed with me. He slept the rest of the night. Then the next night or the next day, I let him nap in his bed. He napped in there at his normal nap time. And mind you, at daycare, he does sleep in a crib, so that helps because he's used to it. So then, he slept his normal time. And then at night, I put him in bed. He slept a little longer. And then he woke up, cried. I got him. Then I think it was the third night that I tried. He slept all the way through. Like, I woke up thinking, like, I forgot him. Because I was like, he didn't cry, nothing. He slept all the way until his normal time. He would wake up around 9 or 10. So, and then I just keep putting him for naps in his bed and keep putting him in his room. And then since he would spend the night at my parents' house, and then like my sister spent the night here, so then he was in my bed. So it took a little while to get him back there, but he's fine now. Like last night I put him in the bed because we took a long nap, and that one time because I had worked the weekend, I let him go ahead and sleep with me because he didn't handle me being gone over the weekend too good. So I let him sleep with me. We took a nap from like 5 to 9, and then he fell asleep around 1 in the morning. I think it was 1 in the morning. And so I was down here, so I took him upstairs and put him in his bed, and he slept there until like 7 something this morning, which was perfect because the alarm was going off for my husband by that time. So he was like, I just brought him into bed with us, and he slept, I slept, and it was cool. But so that's how I did it. I'm gonna keep doing that way, keep putting him in his bed for naps, putting him in his bed for at night for bedtime, and then like we go up in his room because I have to show you guys his room now. When I get it a little bit more together, it's messy right now, but like messy with his toys, but I haven't put up none of his wall decor or anything like that. So, but when it gets together, I do a video. But but I let him go up there and I let him play with his toys. He got toys down here, but he got most of his toys are upstairs. So I let him play and get used to his space because that's where I want him to be every night. So that's the major thing that we're doing. Also, we're trying to get him to feed himself with different utensils, like the fork and spoon and stuff, or a spork. And so far, I don't know. I feel like he'll do it on his own time. But it's a good thing that I have him going to daycare so I can know what other kids are doing and where he could be at or what he should be at. Or because I think sometimes being at home all the time, we tend to baby him. And we're not realizing that he's actually far more intelligent than what we're allowing him, or not allowing him to be. We just underestimate his intelligence because saw a little kid. It was a couple weeks younger than MJ, and he was his grandmother told him to go grab your shoe because it came off while he was at daycare, and he went over and picked his shoe up and brought it back. And I was like, oh, MJ doesn't do that. He knows his shoes go on before we go outside. He'll grab his shoes and try to put his feet in there. But if I tell him to go pick up his shoe and bring it to me, he'd run around and start swinging his arms like this or whatever. Whatever, I'm not doing it. Or I don't understand what you mean. So it just gives me an idea where he's at and where he could be at, or what more he could do, and that I'm not giving him credit for. So but other than that, so that's the major thing though, is getting him in his bed, and then everything else is gonna come once we get once we get settled more and start eating at the table more, because that's new. We haven't had a dining room in a couple. It's been about a year because we were staying on campus, so we couldn't have our dining room table there because there was no dining room. So now that we're in a bigger house, we have a dining room and kitchen and all that stuff. So it's an eat-in kitchen, but the dining room is separate, so that works out better. And yeah, so that's MJ for the most part. And then me, I'm still at work. I'm still working part-time, and it's going. Like I have to say, my first time by myself, oh my goodness, I was so behind, and I stayed so late, like trying to catch up in charting. Like I wasn't even sure I did everything I was supposed to do. Like it was ridiculous. Like I was just like, yeah. I cried my first night by myself because I was discouraged. Like I just wanted to be like, okay, can somebody finish this for me? Because I just felt like, oh my gosh, like I'm never gonna get finished. But now that I've been there, get that out your mouth. Get that out your mouth. Give it to mom. Give it to MJ. Give it to mom. Give it to mommy. Thank you, baby. Thank you. My debit card. He gives stuff to me. Like he knows when he's not supposed to have things. So I guess every kid is like has their own way of doing things. And because he knows when he picks up pens or something or finds a pen, he knows he doesn't allowed to have it, and so he'll hand it to me without me even saying anything. So like you can kind of see him in the background playing with his jacket. He looks like he's 2 or 3, but he's just tall. So anyways, but yeah, so the first night was kind of like hard for me, but everybody always says, what time you'll get better, but I was like, I don't think so. Like this is like, and I work at a long-term care facility in rehab, so it's like, you have a lot of patients and you have like a lot of medicines to give. You got to do your AccuChecks and the nursing assistants do your vitals, but it's different from school because and when you're in nursing school, you're trained to take care of 5 to 6 people. And, your aides, you get spoiled. Your aides do your AccuChecks. You just handle the coverages. They do their vitals. They put them in the computer or whatever. Like, everything's in the room. Like, where I work, I think I bought my own wrist. But now we can't use them. But I bought my own wrist blood pressure cuff. And I was using that. I bought my own pulse oximeter, and I have my thermometer, but I can't find it anymore. Last time I had it, I lent it out to get so my aides can get vitals, and then I haven't seen it. Not saying that it just probably got misplaced. I'm not saying something happened to it or whatever, but or I don't know. I don't know what I did with it, so it's gone. Whatever. But so yeah. Yeah. So anyways. You get spoiled in school and everything's like picture perfect, and I was shocked, like, whoa, okay. So and a lot of people are diabetics nowadays. Like this is not a real estimate, or it's not a real number, but out of 20 some patients, I have probably like, maybe, depends on the unit and stuff, maybe 3 to 5 AccuChecks or something like that, and that can put you behind. I almost kind of like want to hit the floor. I'm on 12 hours, so now like I don't have a set routine, but it's almost like I kind of want to hit the floor doing my AccuChecks, and then that way when I do my med pass, I can drop insulins and everything else and not have to worry about it. But that takes time, and sometimes it depends on the unit, but sometimes you don't have that time to do all your AccuChecks first and then turn around and do your med pass and go forth. And it's always easy to like have it in your mind, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but then you gotta handle like any other interruptions that come along, and it's not easy. And then on top of that, coming in at 7 and your aides are on 8 hours, like a lot of times, you hit the floor after you're reporting, counting your meds, you hit the floor doing your med pass. Well, a lot of my patients, a lot of people got blood pressure medications, and you need your blood pressures before giving the medication. Like, I don't give my blood pressure medications before getting a blood pressure, because once they take it, that's it. So if they're already low, like really low, then and you give them their medication without even knowing, I mean, that can be a potentially dangerous situation. So yeah, so normally if it's like 90-ish or whatever, I don't give it. But if it's like 100 and something over whatever, then yeah. But not if it's like 90. No, it's too low. For me, I have to feel comfortable to give it. But I know a lot of times people say, well, that's what's keeping it low. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. But anyway, so yeah, so then you have an idea how your shift's gonna run, but then you get there and then you get report, and then depending on who you get report from, that could take a while, and then you gotta count, and that can take a while, and then oh, this person needs this, or this person had that happen, da 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 da. So you have to attend to it, and don't let you be supervisor, because then you have to like you get asked questions all the time, and they're paging for you and stuff. So it's like it could be a lot going on, and then you could be passing meds until like late. So but now I'm better. I have to say that I am better. Now I'm still probably one of the slower nurses, because I've only been there for a little while, and but lately here I've been clocking out. I used to clock out at like 10:30ish, and now I clock out probably around last Monday morning I clocked out at 8:12, which is pretty good, because that I would have left before that, but I had a lot of charting to do, and I didn't realize, because I had a whole unit, and I didn't realize that I had a lot of blue charts. I didn't realize how many I had. And then say hello, bud. Hello. Don't touch it. Just say hello. He said, I'm King MJ. King Bub. I'm sorry. So yeah, so then, okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I clocked out at 8:12, and then the night before that I clocked out at like 7:30 actually. Yeah, I clocked out at 7:30. Yeah, so I clocked out on time, so that was pretty good. And like I said before, I used to clock out at 10:30. Like, I was literally there at between 10 when first shift was getting, especially on Mondays. Like, and we have our nights for our O2 tubing and all that stuff. Like, that takes time. So I'm getting better, but I'm not as efficient yet as the other nurses, but I'm getting better. So that's always good. So yeah, so right now I'm content. I mean, yeah, I want full time, but at the same time, like, I think I got part time for a reason. I always think that things happen for a reason, and I think I got part time for a reason, and I feel like I need to work on my bachelor's while I'm doing that, because like I'm home more than I'm not at home, so that's a perfect situation. I'm not really pressured to, like, my husband eventually is going to drop his hours or whatever when I get a full-time job, but the money's okay, and it's not like the full-time would be optimum, but part-time is okay, and I can part-time's fine, and just for now, and so I can do my bachelor's and get it done. Not the way, but the only concern I have is like my financial aid and stuff like that, and being part-time, I don't think I can afford to pay out of pocket. So I don't know, I'm gonna look into it and see how it pans out, but yeah, so that's the plan. But I don't want to make this video super long. I think I covered everything. We're all doing okay. We're all doing okay, so I don't really know what else to update about. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all my new subscribers. And I always say I'm going to try to keep the videos coming. I just forget sometimes that, the bulk of my pregnancy I wasn't working, so when I was pregnant and at home, I was doing like a lot of videos, and now I'm just like getting into this whole mommy role, a little bit more involved, with MJ and keeping an eye on him, and it just gets hectic sometimes, and I want to do it, but I forget, and then my laptop's down too, so yeah. But other than that, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at Mrs. Kale 2010, and yeah, and that's it. And you can subscribe to me, and I'll try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.